guys, welcome back. It is Tuesday, but this is my Wednesday stitch with me, which will be up tomorrow. I've decided to work on my World of Disney, which is this one. Just because I've got a challenge, I've got March's bookshelf challenge to finish. I've got another 846 stitches to do. I don't know how many I've done already this morning. I've been on it all morning trying to, get it sorted. Why am I up there? If you can hear my kids, I do apologise. Ellie's in the kitchen painting. I didn't do that one, so why did I mark it off? Silly. Let's just check. Yep. Anyway, grab a drink, grab a project, anything you like. Come and have a sit with me. Oh, and not already. While I finish my stitching on this. Oh. Yeah, so if you hear my kids, I apologise. They're in the kitchen chatting with each other. Who loves knots, eh? You gotta love a good knot. I think I sat here for half an hour the other day. I was determined this knot was not going to beat me. But you know what? It did. I had to cut it off. There we go. Knot gone. See how I ended up losing about this much of my thread. Was not impressed. Anyway. The kids' schoolwork hasn't exactly been much. Ellie's, she still logs on and does some maths on her maths app and her Duolingo Spanish. She's having a lot of trouble with Spanish, so I think I might get the app and we'll do it together. But they are hassling us about what's going to happen after Easter because they break up this Thursday because this Friday's Good Friday. And then obviously this weekend coming is Easter weekend, which is unusual really. For as long as I can remember, the kids always have 2 weeks off at Easter. And up until this Easter, they've always had the week off before Easter and the week off after Easter, so that Easter's always fallen on the middle weekend of the holiday, but they haven't done that this time. I don't know if that's got to do with like having been in lockdown and the kids missing so much school, who knows. But one, two, three, 5. Tyler had a panic session yesterday. He'd done whatever it was he needed to do for school and then switched his Xbox on and it had crashed pretty much. So he was panicking. Got it working again, thankfully. But yeah. If I keep knocking you guys, I do apologise. You're attached to a stand that's like right by my feet. And although I do my best to not move or flinch or... yeah, that's not easy. My Marvin the Martian Grafgan panel. Why do I always forget that word? I don't know. I am nearly halfway up. Quite surprised. I've surprised myself this week. But it's a fairly simple, straightforward pattern to follow, so I think that's what makes it a bit easier to just bomb it out. But I've done his eyes. I'm just about completed his eyebrows, so you can tell how far up I am, because it's gone from halfway up his chest is where it started. Where am I? I've done that one. No, yes. Thought I got the wrong hole then. Spoke to my sister for the first time yesterday in I don't know how long weeks. I know she works nights, so I don't tend to ring her or text her because I don't want to accidentally wake her up, or because she does 3 nights in, 3 nights off, something like that. But she does 12-hour night shifts, and I let her ring me. Anyway, my nephew, I'm not sure if I've ever told you guys, he is 12, same age as Ellie if I remember right. We were pregnant around the same time. He's got Marfan syndrome. Now, they've tested my sister, they've tested his dad, just to see if it's come from one of them. Because usually they said they find one parent or the other carries a gene. But it turned out that neither of them have got it. So for some reason it spontaneously happened in my nephew. Anyway, it means he has problems with his heart. He has problems with his eyes, something to do with the lens, I think. Well, he's on the thickest prescription glasses he can get. They said they can't go any thicker than they already are. He needs an eye operation. Well, they can't do the operation because of COVID. And he's in school and he's already having problems. He can't see. So it's kind of a catch-22 situation as to what they can do. But he definitely needs it. And he's just been put on a second heart medication because he's been having pains in his chest, which can be normal for Marfan syndrome. I don't know a great deal about Marfan, but all I know is it's a problem with his connective tissue or something, and his heart, he has a heart problem, which he now has to take 2 meds for, so he has to be careful. It also means he can't put weight on. Oh my goodness, he's so skinny. And Tina said she gets a lot of looks from other parents. It also means he has long extremities, so his fingers are really long. Like a good pianist. Don't worry, me and my sister have joked about that. It also means he's going to be extremely tall. I mean, my sister's about 5'5", me and her are about the same height, and he's overtaken her already. He's only 12. But I have Ellie, who's pretty similar in height. She doesn't have Marfan. She's just tall. But, so yeah, he's outgrowing his clothes faster than my sister can buy them. So I constantly get phone calls. I've got a whole bag of clothes. Do you want them? Yep. She hates waste. But it's costing her a bomb in shoes and clothes. Bless him. He also has autism. It's only mild, but that's another thing with it. I don't know what that means for his life expectancy. I don't like to ask Tina. You know, you don't, it's not the sort of question you want to say, oh, by the way. He has to have special shoes as well, and I forget why. Because I remember my sister said he'd got an appointment and she couldn't make it, so she said, would I mind if I took him? So I did. This is a couple of years ago, and they had to take a mould of his foot. Can't remember why. I just know he has to have special. It's actually a heel, something that fits in the bottom of his shoe. Just remembered that. But he's awesome. Where am I? Yeah. I was so excited last night. I was stitching away on this. And when you're stitching, you're kind of all up in the cross stitch, aren't you? You're not really paying attention to what you're stitching. You're just putting the X's in. Anyway, I'd been at it a good couple of hours, so I decided, right, I'll take a break. So I did. I made a drink, and then I sat back down, watched a bit of telly, and then I picked it back up. And it wasn't until I picked it back up, because I wasn't all, you know, up in it stitching, I noticed Mickey's face. You can actually see it. This is his one ear. This is his second ear. This is his head. And you can see right there, that little shape there is his nose. So cute. I can't wait to get loads more done and get his face in there. So exciting when you find something like that in your stitching. It was the same for my Once Upon a Fairy Tale. I'd stitched an owl, but I didn't even realise it. That's what I love about stitching though. You just get on with it and things pop out at you from time to time. So how have you guys been? What have you been up to? We're starting to come out of lockdown now. More stuff opens up, I think, this week coming. I think. I don't pay attention to it, Rob does. He tells me like bits from what he's heard and what he's found out and stuff. So the kids have got 2 weeks off, starting Friday. I hope the weather's going to be nice. So I like to sit in the garden when the weather's lovely. I mean, the sun's out now and it's warm-ish. There's a cool breeze. I just don't think it's warm enough to sit outside. But my back door's open. I've had to put the fly net down, or up, whichever way you want to say it, because a big blue bottle flew into my kitchen when I was in there, so I thought, that's it. I don't want to shut the door because Luna likes being out in the back garden. She doesn't go anywhere else. Tell a lie, she goes over the gate into the front garden and sits on my bins, just watching the world go by. Bet my coffee's freezing. Tell you what, it doesn't matter how many times you make me a drink or I make a drink, I forget. And I only remember it's there when it's probably freezing cold. Oh, it's still warm. We can do warm. Oh dear. I've been trying to binge watch a series. I watched series 1 last year. It's called The Bay. And it follows these detectives. Well, Rob came across it. I've already done those two. Yes, yeah, he came across it yesterday. And he put it on. And I was like, I've seen this. He says, we haven't. This only came out, like, recently. No, but I've seen this. I remember her being the detective. Anyway, I looked it up, and it was a series we'd watched the first series of last year. So there's 6 episodes. I got 3 in last night. So I'm trying to binge watch the rest of them this afternoon. I love a good crime, detective, forensics, anything like that. I just can't watch him with Riley around. He asks too many questions. And then just as when he's finished talking, I'll go, right, is that it? I'll say, yeah. And just as I go to I've just put the programme back on, and then Riley will ask me another question. So I try generally not to watch them when he's around. So inquisitive. He'll ask me, how did they know that? How did they find that out? And why's he done that when so-and-so did this? And I don't know the answer to half of them, because we haven't got that far. Other than that, I don't think I've really done much this week. Some more of my fabric arrived, which I want to make a project bag for Ellie, because she's obsessed, so is Riley, with a game called Among Us. And it's fabric with them characters on it. She's so excited. I brought my vinyl from AliExpress. I probably shouldn't have, but it's okay, but it's not brilliant. But the point was, it was only for me to make a bag for myself, to see if I could make a bag. So, oh no. Oh yeah, I'm in the wrong one. Yeah, so it doesn't matter that the vinyl's not brilliant. If I can figure it out and I can make a pretty good bag, then I'll buy some different fabric and some different vinyl. And I'll buy it from the UK this time. I'm still waiting for my fusible fleece. Lord knows where that's gone. Apparently it landed in the UK last Friday, so who knows? No, I didn't do... Oh, wait a minute, where am I? No, up there. Oh, I have. I'm getting myself all confused here as to where I've been. Right, I'm up there. working out where you're going to jump to next, isn't it? Okay, so not that one, but that one. Third one in. Fifth one down. Got it. Oh, note to self, I still haven't ordered zips. I get so involved with my stitching projects, everything else just goes out the window. Ellie asked me a maths question because she was doing a maths this morning. She'd ask me a question and I'd be like, wait a minute. I just have to finish the particular stitch I was doing, put the needle down and then go, right, now ask me again. Can't focus on both. And she tuts at me. I've already asked you one. Yeah, I know, but I can't do both. I try. I do try. Oh, I did laugh at Riley yesterday. He goes on this English literacy app thing, and it's like helping him with spellings and, you know, stuff like that. Anyway, he's such a wally. He stamped his foot on the floor. I said, what's the matter? He said, 32 questions and apparently I only got 15 correct. I went, right, okay. He says, this app is rubbish and it's wrong. I was like, okay then. He said, I'll go back through them and I'll tell you. So he starts going through and he says, right, how do you spell? And then he gave me a word. Now, English and spelling has always been my area. Pretty good at spelling. And he gave me this word. And I said, look at the spelling you've put, because it'll, when he's done it, it'll give him what, no, the two options for the word. Then underneath it'll say what he chose and which one is correct, because it'll give him two options. How do you spell this word? And it'll give him two options and he has to click one. And then it'll say underneath which one he chose and which one was correct. I said, well, okay, you look at the way you've spelt it and I'll spell it the correct way, and then you'll know if yours is wrong. So I start spelling out this word and he's going across and he went, oh, okay, then I did get that one wrong then. Oh my gosh, that happened about 5 times in a row. He was so upset. I'm like, but it's okay. You only learn when you get things wrong. What does that actually mean, Mum? Well, you've got it wrong, so next time you'll pay attention and you'll go, oh, I spelt it that way last time. So you just information you take in when you've got something wrong. And then he spelt a word to me. He says, what word is that, Mum? I said, tyranny. He said, what does that mean? I said, I haven't got a clue. No idea. Never used that word. I know how to spell it, but I've never used it. I might be good at spelling these words, and I might be pretty good at English, but that's one word I couldn't explain. I kind of have an idea, but it's all right having an idea and explaining it to someone else. Oh dear. Coffee. I've only drunk half of it. Oh dear. I still haven't got my Once Upon a Fairy Tale out yet to finish. I'm so itching, but I know I've got tasks to do first. And when I've done the 800 odd stitches on this, I'll get it out because I've got 200 stitches to put in on that for magical stitching or magical stitches. Because they're doing just like a half, I'll call it a half prompt, because you've only got like Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday left of March, so they've done like just do 200 stitches. So I've used that to do it for that, and then I've got all set up for the April bookshelf challenges. I've chosen my projects already, and this time I've included Riley's into one of them, the Avengers one, because I haven't touched it in a while, so I figured that needs some stitches going in. And then I've used the Once Upon a Fairy Tale for the other one, so I can get hopefully those four pages finished. And then I've chosen Kelly's for the biggest amount, so that I can catch back up on hers with my daily, weekly, stitch count to complete that by December. It takes a lot of thinking, this challenge group thing. Ow. It's twice I've caught the exact same spot on my finger. Right there. Right that you can see, look, my skin, because it keeps poking me in the same spot. I'll have all these 800 stitches done before tea. And then after tea, I can go back to my Marvin. Well, I've only got 3. I've gone short up there. That's why. So, the one underneath there needs an extra one, which means the one under that needs an extra one. Not counting properly. And then underneath that one again. And then one extra on the one below. Good job I noticed it now. So another one there. And one there. I love this rich brown colour. It's like a dark copper. As you can tell, there's a lot of it over here. My brother and my sister-in-law think I'm crazy, having 2 big projects. Well, keeps my hands busy, keeps me busy. And then the bonus is I get something at the end of it. Might take a few years. Alright, not might, it will take a few years. But I'm a process stitcher, so I'm not fussed. And I love just watching things pop out of the fabric at me. If I'm wobbling you, again, I'm sorry. I am trying not to. I am going to just finish this thread, and then Luna's having a mad attack. And then I'll let you guys go. I don't like leaving it on an empty thread. I'll try and watch the bay anyway. And take a break from this. I try to take 10 minutes sort of every hour, hour and a half. I try. But you know what it's like when you get so engrossed in your stitching. Time just flies, and before you know it, it's like tea time and the kids are coming in, we're hungry. So you've got to do tea, and then when tea's done and it's all, you know, in the dishwasher, I sit back down, and before I know it, it's bedtime. Seriously, it does fly. Stop it. Time flies when you're having fun. Come on. How did I get it in there? Thank you. I think I've just pulled it out again. Oh, I haven't. I'm about to. I think I have a tiny knot. And move it up. Right, I'm going to tie that in now. I'm not going to try and push any more stitches out of it, otherwise I won't be able to tie it in. I've been using the pin, I think it's called a pin stitch, for one strand. I've been using it for a while now, and do you know what? I found it amazing. I no longer have to flip my hoop or my project upside down to, you know, slide it through stitches at the back. Ow, that was my hand. There we go. All right, so let's tick it off. 462 today, and we're only at 2:10. So I'm definitely going to have those stitches finished today, not a problem. And then I can, if I've got any time left, imagine that's going to take me to about 5 o'clock now. So it'll just be Marvin the Martian later. Anyway, guys, thank you for coming and sitting with me while I chat aimlessly, just because I've not got a lot going on. And thanks for watching me stitch. I hope you guys are having a great week so far. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you on Sunday for my next flash tube. Take care, guys. Bye.